Zimbabwe was actually playing home matches outside home. I don't know for how many years since all the stadiums were condemned and deemed to be dangerous to actually be used for even home matches, which led Zimbabwe not playing AFCON as well as also World Cup qualifying matches at home. And according to the current Minister of Sports, who is the ally of Chiwenga, that is a retired Lieutenant Anselam Nyatwe, he says they have been granted permission, but it's not the best stadium. It's category 3 permission. I'll read the statement that has been issued. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So it says National Sports Stadium granted CAF Category 3 approval. So it's not the best actually approval, but that approval allows them to host matches at home. So Zimbabwe to host international football at home. And it says the Ministry of Sports, Recreation, Arts and Culture is pleased to announce that the Zimbabwe National Sports Stadium has been granted Confederation of African Football and that is CAF category 3 approval. Following, it's not category 1, it's not category 2, it's category 3 approval. Following a recent technical inspection and a significant progress on priority works at the stadium. The approval follows the National Sports Stadium, subject to the specific requirement of each completion to host CAF Champions League and Confederation Cup group stage and quarter-final matches, as well as Africa Cup of Nations, AFCON, and FIFA World Cup qualifiers and other competitions applicable to Category 3 stadia. CAF has acknowledged the considerable efforts made by the government of Zimbabwe and the Zimbabwe Football Association in addressing the observations raised during the inspection. The milestone is a direct reflection of the concerted and deliberate efforts by the government of Zimbabwe through the Ministry of Sports, Recreation, Arts and Culture to restore the National Sports Stadium to its rightful position as the country's premier footballing venue. You know, this statement is nonsensical. You can't have the country's premier football, just one stadium, fix one stadium in a country with 10 provinces. You can tell Zimbabwe is backward. And what is being celebrated here, it is hogwash, so to speak. The interventions are firmly dovetailed with the aspirations of the National Development Strategy 2, NDS2 and the Vision 2030, particularly the government's commitment to developing modern, functional and sustainable sports infrastructure. This achievement also speaks directly to the vision of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Dr. Emmerson Mnangagwa, of ensuring that international football is played on Zimbabwean soil and that Zimbabweans are able to experience and participate in major international sporting events at home. The ministry also wishes to place on record its profound appreciation to Sakunda Holdings for its invaluable support towards the upgrading and modernization of the National Sports Stadium through its partnership with government. Sakunda Holdings has played a significant role in the modernizing of the stadium and the installation of bucket seats. You know, is this something that really these people can write? So as you see, this tender to actually rebuild the stadium was done by Sakunda, and the Minister of Sports, that is Anselam Nyatwe, as much as He may not like Gudawashe Takure is forced to write this about Gudawashe Takure. It goes on to say, support demonstrates the important role that private sector partnership can play in complementing government efforts to rehabilitate and modernize critical national sporting infrastructure. In line with the so-called Second Republic's commitment to harnessing partnership for sustainable national development, the ministry wishes to express its profound appreciation to the Zimbabwe Football Association for its continued technical advice and cooperation with the government of Zimbabwe to secure international approval. The achievement demonstrates the effectiveness of the so-called Second Republic all-stakeholder approach to national development, where government, national sports associations, technical experts, and other stakeholders work effectively towards common national objectives. CAF itself has commended ZIFA and the relevant Zimbabwean authorities considerable efforts made and has encouraged the country to maintain the positive momentum and complete the remaining priority work. So the stadium is not up to standard. It's category 3. It can at least play games. It's not the best stadium. So, if you know in Zimbabwe, when they get this certification, they can relax. The next time CAF comes, it may actually take it back to where it was. So, under normal circumstances, I would not personally celebrate this stadium. One stadium in Zimbabwe that can play national teams. This is absurdity. And that is why the national team only plays in Harare. In this day and age, if you go to countries like South Africa, the national team can play in any province, rotate provinces, because provinces have adequate infrastructure that can be used for national team to actually play. It can play in any province. If it wants to go to Free State, there is a category 1 stadium at Free State, all provinces. If it wants to go to Northwest, if it wants to go to Gauteng province, if it wants to go to Mpumalanga, if it wants to go to Durban, I mean, what is that? KwaZulu-Natal, if it wants to go to Western Cape, Eastern Cape, Northern Cape, all these actually provinces, they have adequate infrastructure. So to celebrate this, I can tell you, this is absurdity. And to call Nangagwa is working when you have only one stadium that is CAF approved. Yeah, what a shame. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the first one to